Authorities named the bomber behind the violent Christmas Day blast in the downtown Nashville and say human remains show he died at the scene. He is identified as 63-year-old Anthony Warner, and authorities have released his photo. Mola Lange has the latest.
Investigators say they were able to match DNA samples from the blast scene with samples obtained from Warner's property. CBS News has learned they also matched those with DNA from Warner's mother. Authorities are still looking for a motive, including whether Warner may have been targeting the communications infrastructure in Nashville.
This RV was parked outside an AT&T transmission building in downtown Nashville when it exploded, knocking out cell and Wi-Fi service from Tennessee to Alabama. The RV is similar to the one seen here in this Google Maps image, parked at Anthony Quinn Warner's home just outside Nashville. Law enforcement sources tell CBS News witnesses say Warner may have had an interest in conspiracy theories about 5G technology. One source confirmed that Warner's late father had worked at AT&T. Former FBI Assistant Director for Counterintelligence Frank Figliuzzi said on Face the Nation that this act was personal.
I think it's quite likely that this was a suicide mission for this individual.
Today, investigators continued their search for evidence around the crime scene, anything to help explain the explosion. Initially responding to reports of gunfire on Christmas morning, officers heard a countdown begin through a PA system on the RV.
You can hear this message. Evacuate now.
As they rushed to evacuate people nearby, the song Downtown by Petula Clark blared in between the minutes in the countdown. Then, the music stopped.
I just see orange, and then I hear a loud boom, and as I'm stumbling, because it rocked me that hard, I started stumbling, I just tell myself to stay on your feet, stay alive.
Officers James Wells and Amanda Topping worked the scene together.
I grabbed him, he grabbed me, and we just ducked into a doorway because we didn't know what was coming afterwards.
And uncertainty eased by leaning on one another.
Authorities say they continue to investigate all leads, but add at this point it does not appear that anyone else was involved. North Dakota natives Kendra and Krista, better known as the singing duo Tiger Lily, now live in Nashville. The sisters woke to the news of the bombing on Christmas morning. They are AT&T customers and have been without cell service since then, so they've been unable to post to social media and let fans know that they are okay. Today they found Wi-Fi and recall the events of Christmas morning.
Thankfully, we were in Spring Hill, Tennessee, which is where our parents live, and so we were about 45 minutes from where it all took place. But our house in Nashville is only a few miles from where the bombing happened, and we play in downtown Nashville all the time. We play there at least once a week, and so it's just crazy to think if that would have been another day, you know, another time, how different things could have been.
Yeah, we're down there all the time.
The sisters say it has been a rough year for Nashville. Tornadoes hit the city in March, just a mile from where they live. Then COVID put a stop to concerts and performances, and now this. But they say the year has given them time to write new music and reflect on who they want to be as artists. Up next, unemployment is taking a large toll on people, particularly millennials, causing a new trend to develop.